Standing on my bridge I built in 1988, mostly by myself, except for the pouring part. I needed help when I poured. And you can't see it, but my barn is on the other side of those trees there somewhere. That's my neighbor. Okay. Anyway, that's the cattle relaxing now. They had a whole night of grazing in that pasture up there, and hopefully nobody thought about getting out. Look at Bully up on that hill. So proud. He's been a good bull. I can't remember when he was born. I'll have to look it up. I'd say he's at least 10 years old. Maybe younger, but I think 10 is about right. 10 was 2003. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Maybe he's younger than that. I don't know. I write it down, but I don't remember it at the time. Okay. Oh, I do know that white cow there. That white cow facing to the left. She's 6 years old. That cow there with the calf nursing, I looked this up the other day, she's 8 years old. And yeah, so, and that cow, or the big red heifer back there that I'm going to sell, behind that cow with the calf, she's 4 years old. So I'm thinking he's older than all of them. So it makes, I'd say he's there at least 10. Okay, that's all for now. Or let's continue on my inspection tour. I'm going to be going from that corner there by the truck all the way down along that side, all the way to the tree way back there. That's the fence that I'm going to be inspecting today to see what upgrades I need. Well, I'm on the other side of the creek now. There's my bridge, and there's the cattle still lounging around. They must have a full belly from eating all night. There's that naughty calf way over that red one. That's the one that used to get out over there by the road when the fence was disconnected. But it looks like it's content now in here with that barbed wire up. But anyway, I'm going to continue my inspection of this fence. Starting back there, I'm going to do a walking inspection of the fence from there all the way to those woods way back there at the end. The fence takes a little turn to the left. It's hard to see, but I'm going to be walking down there. I'm going to leave the truck there. I could drive through there, but I got a T-post in the middle of where the gate is. That's where I can open the gate halfway. That way I have access to this little area here that I'm standing. It's part of the road, pasture road, and they can also go through the other gate into that pasture. So, okay, on with the inspection. Well, that's starting on that post there, the corner, the wood post by the gate. Starting there, my initial purpose or goal here is to at least put a barbed wire on the top of those tallest T-posts. The short ones maybe not so much. I want a barbed wire on the very top of those T-posts, the tallest ones, just to keep the bull from jumping over. And then I'm going to then I'll probably put two strands below that. So 3 strands altogether, one at the top, one between the first and second wire, and then one the second and third wire. I won't need one at the bottom. So that's my goal on this section. Because when I do have them locked in here, normally though, in the spring, I don't let them in here. I don't let them in here until the grass gets tall. But when they are in here, I want to make sure they stay in here. That they don't. When I'm got them locked in on this side, on the left side of that fence, I want to make sure they don't get into the other side. So 3 strands of barbed wire there. The top strand, the very top strand won't be on all the posts, just the tallest ones. And I think I can make it tight enough so it won't sag too much. Anyway, that's my goal there. Yeah, I need to clean this area up. That one post there with the white top, the short one with all the corner insulated out, I need to eliminate that and attach everything to the post. Although I might, since I put the chain around that post. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to clean that area up there, eliminate the T-post. Anyway, clean that up, have just the fence, eliminate that post with all the corner insulator, get that out of there, and then attach it all to the wood post. That should be pretty good. And then I'll have at least one barbed wire. I'll have that top barbed wire on the very top of the tallest post, and then in between the other fence wires. Okay, I'm going to leave the wires that are already there. I'm going to leave those just as a backup, but the barbed wire is going to be the effective deterrence to get out or go through. Okay, on to the next section. This is the other end of that fence from the bridge. Then it crosses the gate and goes on down there. I'll check that later. But from here, it goes back to the bridge. Yeah, and like I said, I'll have 3 strands here. One at the top, and then in between the other fences. So that'd be 3 strands there. So there's not much I need to do here, except I probably won't do nothing here, except put the white insulators. I'll put the white insulators for the barbed wire, the ceramic ones. That's all I need to do there. I'll probably get rid of that stick. I don't know why I got that stick there for. Anyway, I must have had a reason when I put it there. Anyway, that's what I got to do on this section. All right, on to the next, on the other side of the gate. This is a view from inside this, on the other side of these gates. And like I said, right now they have access to there. When I had them locked out over there, I give them access there because they got water there. And then when I don't want them in there because it's the road, it's also part of my road going up. That's my access road to get into this place. Anyway, I'll close that gate, and that way they can just go through this way. And I can always remove that T-post there that I got hooked up in case I ever want to drive through. I can drive through there if I just remove that T-post. And then I got a gate over there too, which I never use because whenever it's just not really a gate. It's just a fence wire that's hooked up from there. Anyway, that's what I got there. But I normally, when I want to go down to the bottom on the other side, I just drive up and around, and I got an access road on the very end down there, the very end of those woods, and then I come down to the other end of that bottom pasture, and then I can drive up here. That's usually how I go down there. But if I have to, I can always take the T-post out and open that gate and go in that way. But I gotta have it to do it the other way. Anyway, this fence here starts here, and I'll hook everything up. I already hook everything up to that post there, the wood post, when I fix this fence. And then I'll do the same thing I did on the other side. Is I'm going to put a barbed wire on the top of those T-posts, or those T-posts, top of the T-post there, all the way down to. Well, I'll show you later what I'm going to do down there. But on top of those T-posts, I'll put a barbed wire. Maybe that'll prevent him from jumping. And then another 3 strands. 1, 2, 3. 3 strands. And I might even eliminate that bottom wire. It's so too low to the ground. I could raise it up. Maybe I'll just raise it up just to have it there. Yeah, I'll just raise it up. But the other insulators will stay the same. They're already high enough, I thought. But the bull jumps over right there. 3 times he's jumped over that area in the last few days. In the last week, he's jumped 3 times. The last one I got recorded from a distance, though. But yeah, I recorded it from way over there by that gate because I was working on the fence over there. So anyway, hopefully that barbed wire on the very top, it'll prevent him from jumping over, and the other barbed wires will prevent anybody else from going through. Okay. Now this, I already crossed that gate there. That gate. This fence here. Yeah, I don't know. That really doesn't do much, except it forces them to go through that gate. That's what that was designed for. It forces them to go through the gate. Because when I first put cattle here, I had an oiler there, like strung, one of those round oilers. You can see the remains of it laying on the ground there, next to the other fence. Anyway, I would force them to go through there. That way they would use the oiler, but I don't know. They didn't really need the oiler too much. Flies not that bad, so I just stopped using it. But they still go through the gate. Anyway, all these logs here, that's from the flood. When that creek there overflows, it pushes all these logs out, branches, debris. Yeah. Anyway, this section here, I need to look how low that fence is, but nobody ever jumps over there. I know of. But anyway, it's so low. Look at the bottom wire. That's why I have so much trouble on this fence, because it's ground. But I've never seen them jump over that area. But anyway, I'm going to put a wooden post there, and then so from here to the creek, I don't really have to do much with the T-post. They're all in pretty good. They're in good enough shape, and there's a couple short ones that I'll just go over. But as far as digging anything out, maybe the ones on the very end, I got to dig that one out, and then maybe the one by the wooden post, I'll eliminate that. And then here I'll take them out and put a wooden post in, and do like I did on the other fence over there across the creek. Oh, you can see it. It's that white post with the white jugs. Yeah, it'll just have fence on both sides. Hook to it. And then from here, let me get the other side. Yeah, I'll put a wooden post there. I can attach barbed wire to both sides, and then this fence has a lot of short posts in it, but it's got enough tall posts where I can attach barbed wire on the top. So I'll leave the tall ones, and there's a lot of short ones, because I'm not really sure what the reason is there's so many short ones, but when I first had cattle here, they were Highland cattle, just Highland cattle. And Highland cattle, it seems like they don't jump much, and they're short, so I thought that's all I needed. And I was cheap. I still am cheap, but I bought the short ones because they were the cheapest. That's the way it goes. Anyway, I got enough tall ones down there that I can hook the barbed wire to. The short ones I'll just put the barbed wire to, but it's going to be lower down. I'll have I think I'll just have, I don't know what I'm going to do here. One, 2, 3. I think I'll just have 2 barbed wires. One above, one on top, and then one underneath that other wire. Yeah. Or maybe I'll just consider that wire the bottom wire. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out when I get ready to hook up the barbed wire, because I don't want to do too much work down there. But some of the posts are odd, because some of them are facing that side, and other ones are facing this side as far as the insulators go. Why I did that, I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, I'm gonna have to switch them, or I'm gonna pull them out and turn them around. So I want all the insulators facing this side of the pasture. I want them facing this side, so it'll be easier to hook up the fence. So I'll do that. Yeah, you can see right there. Here's a good example. Look at that one. This post there in the front, the tall one, that has the insulators on this side, but on the next post, it has it on the opposite side. So I'll have to fix that. I'll have to dig that out and turn it around, drive it back in. And same goes with a bunch of other ones there. I need them all on this side of the fence. I'm just going to straighten them up. Actually, they're not too crooked. They're pretty straight. It's just a matter of digging out the wrong facing posts and face them this way. Anyway, that's what I got to do here. And then the way down to the other end, I'm going to put another wood post just to make the fence stronger. Okay, or tighter. Okay, now I'm going to go down there. Okay, this is where I have my electric box. I've had lots of chargers in this area. You see that board on top? I had one on there once, and that one broke down. I bought another one, put it on the bottom. It broke down, and I know that some people want send them back in to get them repaired, but it costs more to get them repaired than it does to just buy a new one. Anyway, that's my newest one. American Farm Work? Yeah. Works. American Farm Works. Okay. Actually, I got three chargers just to make it easier for me. I got one here, and I got one here for this side for the south side of this pasture, because turn around the other way. It goes from there. Well, it goes from the creek. The bridge, and up that road. Just this road area. Just the road area on this side. See the road on this side of the road. So it goes there, and it goes from the creek down it starts here, goes that way, and then it goes down this way and to the south, all the way to the south end of the pasture, and then up the hill to where that opening, where the trees end, where that opening is, way up there. And then I got another charger up there where that fence ends. I got a charger there that will supply power to the fence that goes that way into the woods, and then turns and goes down along there all the way to there. And if for some reason that fence ever fails, doesn't work, I can hook that fence to that charger up there. And up there, if that charger fails, I can hook that fence in the woods to this charger behind me. Well, at least I have a connection. And also, when it comes time to being grounded, if something is grounded on that fence, I know I only have to check from there up to there. And if something's running on this fence behind me, I only have to check from there to back this way or on the road, or on that road, and on this side. So it eliminates my search time. Anyway, but mostly I try to keep all 3 fencers working good. Oh yeah, I almost have, oh, forgot. I got another, I'll show that some other time. But where those bales are on top, I have a separate fence controller for that, because I got that surrounded by barbed wire to keep the cows from going into the bales, and that has a separate fence controller too. So actually I got four fence controllers on this small 20 acres. But that's the way I like it, so it works good for me. Okay, anyway, back to this one. Like I said, this fence here needs a lot of extra work, but I've been meaning to do it for a long time now. This is my setup. I don't think I'll change that too much. Like I said, I'm going to put a wire on top, the barbed wire on top, on the taller post over that way and all the way down. You can see the taller post. That'll be easy to put the top wire on. And then the other wires I'll just have to readjust and I got to adjust those posts to make them all face this once in the same direction. And those are pear trees. I call them wild pear trees because I took a pear that I bought from the store, and I think it was brown pears, whatever the brown ones are. Bosch pear, I think Bosch. Anyway, I cut the seeds out, I germinated them, and then they sprouted into a tree, so I planted some here all the way down, but only these 2 survived. But they got little pears on them, but they're almost like a wild pear because they never amount to anything. Yeah, they're just like a wild pear. But I just kept them, and I put a fence around them. It's off now because that fence that goes around the tree, I used to have it hot. It's off now. It's just dummy wire now. I may, now that the trees are big, I'll probably just take those T-posts out. And the size are good. Looks like they're good T-posts. I can use them somewhere. Anyway, I just had them there because when the trees were small, I didn't want the cows eating them. Anyway, that's not part of my plan. But like I said, at least I got the post to use if I need them. Anyway, on to the next end. Okay, so I got my work cut out for it. Okay, I'm headed down that way now. Yeah, I need to eliminate that fence around that tree, just so the cow will come in and eat some of that stuff. Yeah, the bottom wire is way too low. I'll raise that up. Yeah, I'll raise that up. It don't need to be that low. I'm not sure, but I think since I put the fence in, over the years, there have been a lot of floods, overflow of the creek, and I think it deposited some soil over time, and I think it raised the dirt up. But maybe not. It's just my theory. I don't understand why I would put it so low, but who knows what I did back then. Anyway, on to the next one. Here's the other pear tree. That's the first one. Yeah, best thing to do is take those T-posts out on the other side of the tree and let the cows eat all the way around that tree and against the fence. Same thing here. Yeah, this tree's not looking too good. It was an experiment. I've seen pears on it in the spring, but then they just don't amount to anything. I guess they're like a wild pear now. When you grow it from a seed, it's not a grafted tree, so it's grown from a seed. So that's what happens when you grow a pear from a seed. It just reverts to its wild state. Anyway, all that morning glory there, cows can clean that up once I remove those T-posts, and I can use them somewhere. Who knows? I might, since I got to take out posts like that over there with the insulators on the other side, and they're short. Seems like the short ones are the ones with the insulators that I got to turn around. Yeah, like that one. That one's backwards. See, the insulators face the opposite direction. But the tall ones, so since I gotta take those out anyway, I'll take that short ones out anyway. Look how short that fence is there. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wonder the cows don't jump over that. Well, see, they can go on both sides of this creek or this fence. When they're on the other side. When they're on the other side of that fence, they go through that gate and they can come across there. They can eat on both sides. But yeah, I'm gonna take that out anyway. So if I have enough posts, I got some at the house too. I'll just use those tall posts to replace those. That's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of it. I'm working with a smart guy, ain't I? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I have enough. But if I have to, I'll buy some more. I think those are 6 foot. Yeah. Oh, there's a hawk. I can hear it. I think that's a hawk. No, that's a buzzard. That's a buzzard. Yeah, that's a buzzard. No, that's a hawk. I thought it was a buzzard. That's a hawk. I heard it screeching. Looking for something to eat, I guess. Yeah. Sounds like it's coming from the trees, but why am I filming this? It looks, I like to watch them sometimes. Anyway, back to my job. Back to my inspection. I'm going to head down that way now. You can see all the short posts. I got to turn all of them around. The short ones, I got to dig them out anyway, so I might as well fix it the right way. Well, that's what this part of the creek down here, I had it all cleaned out one time, but I just let the trees, the willows grow back up. One thing is because it's hard, I used to have a fence going across that creek there, but it kept getting washed out. So now and the banks are real steep there, so now with the steep banks and those trees growing in there so thick, the cows don't even come down to this end anymore because they used to get out through there. Actually, I had the fence set up where I didn't have that fence along there, along those trees. The fence was way back in the woods because my property line is way back in those woods on the other side of the stream. Because the stream takes a turn here to the right and goes down to the road. But I used to have them going all the way to the road, but I had the fence on the other side of the stream. But it didn't work out too good. So I just moved it out this way. It's easier to take care of. And like I said, I used to have a fence going across the creek, but it kept getting wiped out. Actually, it was just a dummy fence, but it still got pushed out or broke or disconnected when the floods came. Anyway, they can eat on this side when they're on that side. And the woods, the trees are too thick. They can't walk in there anymore, which is okay with me. It gives them some shade. Anyway, these ironweeds are looking pretty now. I need to mow them. Oh, there's a thistle. Whee! Guess I missed that one. Oh well. There. I need to mow them all. Look at this side. I tried a few years I tried spraying them all, but it's so hard to keep them under control with just spray. So I need to come in here and mow it. I did mow it last year, and I guess I just got lazy. There's that tree that I gotta clean up yet. Oh well, I'll get to that someday when I need to get out of the way for hauling bales up. Okay. Anyway, that's as far back as that pasture goes, to the back end of those trees there, way in the back. That's the end of my 20 acres. Okay, where was I? I'm losing track of what I'm doing here. Anyway, this fence here and this, yeah, that barbed wire is so low. Anyway, all these short posts will be dug out, and I'll replace them with the taller ones. If I have to, I'll buy some more. I'm gonna count the ones I have at home. Yeah. Nowadays, whenever I need to buy posts, I just buy these 6-footers. That's usually the right height. So when I was starting out, when I bought this land and starting out, even when I had raised cows at Dad's, I always had the short T-posts. And then when I moved my cattle, I took all my T-posts with me. Because in the beginning, I just had the Highland cattle over at Dad's until I moved them here. Anyway, that's on. Okay, my battery's getting low. How'd that happen? I just charged it. Too much recording, I guess. Anyway, I'll get to that end before my battery runs down. My battery's getting low. Anyway, this is the end of the fence on this corner here. I gotta put I'm gonna put a wood post here too. Yeah, put a wood post here. And this fence here, I'm gonna leave it alone because I've never had them get out there before. Probably because anyway, they just don't get out there. They only get out where there's an open field. And this, I'm going to change this, but that fence there, going to the creek, that's a dummy wire. Just because they hardly ever come down here. But anyway, I want to make it on this time. I'm going to change it. I won't put barbed wire there, but I'm going to change it and make sure it's. I think I put a T-post. I had some those other kind of fence posts, but I'm going to put a T-post in there. Yeah, those are mostly the old kind of fence posts, but that I had to replace over time. Because I used them on the whole field at one time until they changed the T-post, because the cows and the deer would just tear them up. Anyway, that's the post I got to replace. I put a wooden post there, and do everything I need to do for a wood post, and then like I said, take that post will stay because that'll be my tall post. That one there will be turned around, taken out. All the ones that are turned around, facing the wrong direction, I'm going to take them out and replace them. And I don't know what I got there. What do they do there? Oh, that's when I had the fence. That's a remnant of when I had the fence. Like I said, I had trees, more pear trees planted from there all the way down to here, and then I had a single wire going from there all the way down to on the other side of the trees there. So, but most of them died, so only those 2 remain. So I just eliminated that fence and just put the fence around the trees itself, and that's what's left. I had so many posts there, but those are both short, so they'll both, and one's on a wrong kind of angle, so they'll both be coming out, being replaced by posts like that. Okay, that's all the inspection I need. I know what I need to do now. I need to cut that down too. Whew. Look at that thistle. What a monster. Okay, that's the end of the fence that I'm going to work on. It just, I guess some people would say it's just something to do, but I really need to fix it. It's been on my mind for many years now to do something with this fence. Cost me money to buy all this barbed wire and insulators, but I think it's worth it in the long run to make this pasture more secure, to keep the cattle where I want them to be. I'm going to go up, there's one more place I got to put some barbed wire, but the rest of this is not too bad. They're all tall posts there, so if I ever need to put if I ever need to put barbed wire, I got the tall post to do it with. Those are some really tall ones there. Those must be 6.5 feet, or even 7. Yeah, those looks like 7 foot. I don't know. They just look taller. Anyway, I'm gonna go up top before my battery runs low. It's already showing me a low mode. Okay, one more stop. Well, today's still August 7th, 2023, and I'm inspecting my fences for where I can put barbed wire and where I need to put barbed wire. And this is one of them. This is the south end of the thing, and over there where those houses are and sheds, that's my neighbor, and that's the road going to my family's farm. And my house is over that way, on the other side of those trees, way over there. And then my bottom pasture is down there through that road. There's my bottom pasture is there. That's the south end. I'm not going to bother that fence right now. But this here I want to put barbed wire in because last year, the year before, somehow they broke through that fence. I added that. I only had 2 wires at the time, but this spring I put a third wire on top. But I want to put barbed wire there too, just to make it more secure. At least to those trees, because they don't bother where the trees are. Yeah. But they see right now they got beans on the other side, soybeans. So it's too tempting. So I want to put some deterrence there to keep them. Oops, I think I'll hand my camera. Anyway, my battery's running low on this camera or phone, so I gotta get going. I'm not gonna do any work today. I just figuring out what I need. All I need there is the barbed wire and the insulators, because everything else is ready. This one should be fairly easy. It's a short span, so I should be good to go here. Just add the barbed wire and that's it. Well, the fence from the bottom, from down there, comes up and ends there where that other box is, or that charger is there, in front of those trees. And then if for some reason the charger there don't work, I can hook this fence to the one going into the woods. And vice versa. If one of them breaks down, I can still connect them to keep the fence energized. But right now, I just need to think about putting barbed wire on. I got the barbed wire. I got another fence to do first there down by the creek. But when I finish that, I'll work on this. Right now, they're not bothering it. But as the soybeans get bigger, they might be tempted. Even more so when there's corn. Okay, bye for now. Well, here's the view from the south side. View from the south side. I'm only going to do the section that's exposed to the neighbor's property or crops, and the rest of the fence is pretty good. Like I said, they don't bother this unless the limb falls on it. But I'll keep that. There's my bottom, and there's our road. There's my path going down with. I can use a truck or tractor to go down there, 4-wheeler. Anyway, I'll probably start right about here. I'm not going to put a wooden post in. I'm just going to tie the barbed wire to well, not tie it, but put an insulator on there, corner insulator. 2 of them. I'll put 2. One there, one between the top and bottom wire, or middle wire, and the middle wire to the bottom wire. I'll put two barbed wires. Yeah, only put 2. Yeah, I already got one on top. If I put one in I think the fence is high enough here, so it's just a matter of putting the barbed wire there so they don't squeeze in between, which I think they can do. But I'll put 2 barbed wires here, at least to that charger, or a little bit maybe. Yeah, to the other charger, because that's where my fence ends. So that's where the fence don't have to be that tight, so I'm not going to put a wood post in. Okay, on to that end. Now this is the view from the north side. You can see it looks like the neighbors planted soybeans in their wheat stubble, so still pretty short. And I try to keep this open area sprayed. Well, actually I keep the whole fence sprayed with weed killer. But it looks like I need to do some touch-up work right here. Weeds are getting too tall. Anyway, from here, well, I was going to end the fence, the barbed wire fence here, but see that one there on top, I added that this spring, and I added it to this fence that's on. So I was going to end the barbed wire here, but since I got that one extended out to there, and that's on. So the top one is on from my charger in the bottom, and these other two wires on the bottom are charged with this one here. So I might since the insulators are put on the post, I might just extend the barbed wire to maybe that post there, just to keep them from going through this open area here. Yeah, wherever there's trees, it seems like they leave it alone. So I'll figure out what to do here, how far to put the barbed wire. But anyway, I'm going to put a barbed wire somewhere. All I need is a corner insulator like those black ones there. So that'll work out good. Okay, I'm done here for now. This will be the last fence I do with barbed wire. I got to work on the one in the bottom next to the creek first. Okay, I forgot to show you. I need to mow all this eventually. I should be doing it now. Today's a cool day, but that's my fence there. That's my pond that I dug out. I think it was 2015. And the fence goes down in that way. Fence goes down in there and makes a corner, and then where the clearing is, that's where the fence ends. You can see a post way in the back. But I had a barbed wire fence around the whole thing when I built the pond because I didn't want the cows damaging it. But now most of the fence is down, and the cows aren't respecting it anyway. And it was never on. It was just to keep them away from it. But I got a lot of T-posts there that I'm going to salvage over there on that end, and on the other side I can see some from the other side too. So I'm going to go ahead and collect all them because I can use them in the bottom near the creek. I can use them there. I need some taller ones. Okay, but that'll be part of my job on the other fence. One last view of the east fence on top. This is the east fence bordering my neighbor's property. There's a big opening there, so I want to close it up. Or not close it up, but I'll put the barbed wire there. Okay. There's the pond where I can salvage some T-post for the fence near the creek that I got to work on. Anyway, just wanted to get a view. This will be the last section of the fence that I add barbed wire to, but it'll get done hopefully. Yeah, I'm on the dam now. I think I can pull that one out to the mud. Yeah, and that one over there too. I'm gonna leave those three because they're not in the way, and they're old. I'm gonna get the newer looking ones. Yeah, there's one there, but I don't think I want to go in there and get it. I'd have to spray it first so I can access it. There's too much stuff there. Maybe in the wintertime. I can get it in the wintertime. But if I can grab any of them, I might be able to get that one. Yeah, I can get that one. I'm on the pond dam. There's my overflow somewhere in here. I forget where. Hope the cows ain't damaging it. Oh boy, what did they do to it? Oh, it's right here. I think that's my overflow. Oh no, right there. There's my overflow. So it's not high enough to overflow right now, but that goes across the dam to this side, to the back side. Yeah. Then it flows down in that creek. I wanted to dam up the whole thing, but it's too much to clear all the trees out. Besides, some of these bigger ones need to be logged off someday, but I don't want to do it because they'll damage my property too much. There's a couple big trees way down in there, some oaks. That's an oak there. Yeah. Anyway, I got that one, and that one, and that one. There's no fence here anymore, or if it is, it's laying on the ground. I need to clean that up too. Yeah, it's laying on the ground. But there's a few T-posts in here I can grab. Anyway, that's a little salvage operation to repair to add the barbed wire down by the creek. Yeah. Okay. At least the pond did its job. It gives them extra water when they're up here. Instead of having to walk all the way down to the creek, they can just come in here. When they're up here, they can come here to drink. Well, that's all for today. I'm going back to the house. I'm still resting up from my work on my fence by the road. Okay. Catch you later. This is a view from my on my fence on the north side in the woods. Fence goes to there, to the corner, and goes back down to that to my charger, which charges this section here. And that's to my neighbor's woods. Yeah, that's my neighbor's woods. Oh, they use it for hunting. And there's the fence that goes all the way down through those big trees. It weaves in and out a couple. And then there's the bottom. This goes down to where the creek crossing is. And then oh, by the way, my bridge is right on the boundary, so actually it's on my property, but the boundary is right on the outside edge of the bridge. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to get a shot of this. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes before I had this pond here, the water would flow down this creek, and there's always little holes that the water would collect in. I'd always see the cows drink, especially down there. I always see the cows drinking in the creek when there's water flowing through it. So I decided, why not dam up the end here? I would have liked to have dammed up the whole thing, but like I said, the cost of getting these trees out of here, besides I didn't want to waste the wood of those big trees. Someday I need to have it logged off. If I ever sell this property, which I don't intend to, but if I ever have to sell it, I'm going to have it logged off first. Of course, I have to get rid of the cattle first. That's what I'm thinking of anyway, once in a while. When I get too old to raise cattle, and I don't need this property anymore, or I need the money, whatever reason, if I ever decide to sell it, I'm going to have it logged off first to get whatever I can off of it from the trees, and then we'll see. But like I said, right now it's too much fun just having it and working on it. I enjoy it. Gets me to go outside. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, this is my pond that I built in 2015 just so they'd have water on top, and I got them locked out of the creek. And there's a branch. The neighbor's field is there, so I've got plenty of runoff that comes in. I got the overflow on the other side of the dam, and then it flows down there to the other stream. Okay. Yeah, that flows down to where it connects to my on the other side of the creek, the bridge. But anyway, I'm looking at these T-posts here, There's even some in there. I don't know if I can get those. But they got barbed wire on them, or they had. The cows knocked a lot of the barbed wire down over time. It was never turned on, so they were able to squeeze through it. It looks like it's a different type of barbed wire too. It's kind of thin. Yeah, it's really thin. It said it was high tensile, but anyway, I think the barbed wire I'm using now is a little bit thicker. Oh, there's a thistle. Okay, but like I said, there's lots of T-posts there, and it looks like they're the 6-footers. I hope they are. Anyway, I got some over there too. I'll probably get them first because I don't even think there's a fence there anymore. There's one in the pond. I'll probably leave that one. I'm not going to get wet. Yeah, I got at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5. I think there's 5 there that are easy to access. And a couple here. I'm going to take this down too, so they're already broke through the wire right there, and they already got a path going down. I'll get these T-posts that are easy to access, and then so they're already going across the dam, so fence ain't doing no good. So I'm going to take these out. So I got at least 1. I'll try to get that one too. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get the ones with the white top. 5. That one looks short, so I'm gonna get the one taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one down in the water, not too far in. If I can get that, I'll get it. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks like I can get 13 posts. So that's good. I'll salvage something. I'm going to go around the other side and see what's over there. I don't know if I was recording, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, this is I just came from the top. I'm going down the road. This is a view of the bottom pasture from the road. And from the pasture road anyway. And that's the fence down there where those trees are. The fence. There's that hawk again. What the, it must be trying to scare me away or something. Anyway, maybe it's got babies someplace, but babies are usually in the spring. But anyway, the hawk is distracting me. What was I? Oh yeah, that's the fence down there that I got to work on next to the creek on this side, and then also around that corner there is the fence near the bridge. Okay, so I got my work cut out for me, but I got to make sure I got all the supplies. I think I got to dig up some more. I got some T-posts around the pond up on top. They aren't being used anymore, so I got to dig them up or dig them out, and then use them. I can use them down here to improve this fence along the creek, make it more secure. Okay, that's all for today. It's getting hot now. It was cooler this morning. Now that the sun came out, started to heat up. But it's still not too bad. At least it's not too humid. Okay. Gotta go. Cattle haven't even moved from when I started my inspection. Although the bull decided to cool off in the creek. Nice having his little pool here for him. Yeah. Yeah, but look at that. Peeing in the water. Oh, that's their life, I guess. Water's a little fresher now as we had some rain a couple of days ago. So water's not so stale. I don't know if the water's still flowing or not, but it's close to flowing. Anyway, I'm headed back to the house. I guess they had plenty to eat last night because, like I said, they haven't moved all day. It's cooler today, but I guess the sun came out now, so I guess now they're wanting to cool off a little bit in the water. See, they're all headed down into the water. Yeah, smart cows. Yeah, their flies aren't too bad this year. The Highlands never had a problem with flies. Yeah, the Highlands are the ones with hairy, with the long hair. The bull is the only one that gets some horse flies now and then. But the rest of them, maybe it's just a little cooler today, that's why. Who knows? Anyway, they look comfortable today. Okay, gotta go home, back to the house. Think about what I need to buy to continue my fence work. But I think the thing I gotta do first is collect some T-posts. Yeah, dig up some T-posts that I'm gonna need. That'll be my first job. Oh, and I gotta put the post in. Yeah, I'm gonna put those 2 wooden posts in over there. Yeah, that'll work. That's because this fence here is just a matter of stretching the barbed wire and putting insulators on and putting barbed wire on. Insulators and barbed wire there. And oh, I don't know. I'm thinking about something. I did notice that there's some of those insulators are turned toward the they're turned toward the this side of the creek, and some of them are turned to the outside, so that's not going to work. That means I'm going to have to dig them up too in order to put the barbed wire, because I want the barbed wire on the inside, because they never go from here. They never try to get out from here into there. They always try to get out from when they're in there to get out to here, because they like I guess they like the creek. Oh, they're all coming down to cool off. So I'm gonna, just like down there on that end of the fence, there's a lot of, I'm gonna dig those posts that are turned backwards. The insulator turned backward. I'm gonna dig them up, pull them out, and replace them with taller posts. But here, looks like I'm gonna have to do the same now. I didn't realize it before, but I gotta pull them out, the ones that are facing the wrong way, and then and the ones that are facing the wrong way are all the short ones. So if I have find enough T-posts, I'll just replace them with the taller ones. Yeah, that'll work better. We'll see. One thing at a time. First thing I do is put those wooden posts in. That's what I'll do first, because I already got the post for that.